We are going to have some big engagements with air versus air, Wolverines versus Sentinels, Wolverines versus Hornets, and some big ground unit pushes coming in from an enemy colony as well. For now though, we're going to go ahead and focus on the early game, which is going to start off with triple supply and a generator that's being upgraded. We're going to also start working on some supply and generator around the map, and we're going to go against WNSC and a colony. In our team, we're going to have two UNSCs with a Desi. We're going to go ahead and grab these two mini bases. Orange is going to start working on the node, and now we're going to go ahead and get Tech 2 upgraded. And there's this weird engagement with those Sentinels, with Red as well trying to fight for the node, but now that Tech 2 is ready to go, we're going to go ahead and get the double garage going. And now we have a colony that is trying to go ahead and push mid, and we have our Decimus on our side. And so we're going to see if there's an opportunity for us to go ahead and take out the leader with some units here. Our Flamehawk comes in, the Desi comes in with the pull, we're coming in with the surround. Y move for the Hunter colony comes in, but then the Y move for the Decimus with the Hunter brands is coming in as well. Can we go ahead and take out the leader? The leader is being focused down with the Vortex Lightning, and there we go. We just took out the Hunter colony with that combination. And we have a second base being established too. So now we're going to see if we can go ahead and pressure the right hand side against this colony to see if we can go ahead and take out this base if possible. A bunch of reinforcements are coming in with the Flamehogs, but they do have some air and we do have some Jackrabbits, but we're going to need some anti-air here if we're going to want to do something against this. But for now, we're going to keep sending our Warhogs over, our Flamehogs. They are taking out some units, which is nice to see. We do have some Wolverines that are getting mixed into our army soon. And now we're putting some very good pressure on this base. Desi Air has shown up as well. Wolverines are set up. And now we're going to start focusing down on the base to go ahead and take it out. And the base will end up getting eliminated. So our next move is to go ahead and work on the mini base, in which we're going to try and take this mini base out, since it is generating a good amount of supply, and we will be able to. So it does look like myself playing as Kissano is going to team up with the Decimus on our side to go ahead and see if we can pressure Red. Meanwhile, Orange is doing a great attack on our teammates. And with the Hunter colony that's actually just chilling right there in front of their base, they're going to be ready for this attack. A cleansing beam will be coming in, but it is within a shield generator. With the vision of it, didn't really work out there, but we have Y moves coming in to put in the dust clouds to make sure that they don't go ahead and see and be able to attack us. But a Hunter Brand's going to come in and really hurt us pretty well on this side of the map. Sentinel Swarm is coming in as well, so this is going to be our cue to start falling back. But Decimus has pulled in the Hunter colony, so we're going to go ahead and see if we can try and take that Hunter colony out. The Vortex Lightning is going to come down on there, so now we're going to try and focus fire on the colony, and we were able to. But with our Wolverines here, we're going to also be able to take out the engineers that are here. So now all we have to do is just start focusing down on the turrets on the base. Yellow has also shown up as well with some Hornets and some Sentinels, and so now we're going to have to try and continue to avoid the army, but also try to put the pressure to get rid of the turrets as well. But there's a lot of reinforcements that are coming in over here, and green is right now focusing on getting rid of the apex to stop production by yellow, by red, which will be good. But right now we've lost a lot of units, so now I'm going to try and retreat to my teammate over here with the Banshees to come ahead and back us up, but it's not Tech 3 Banshees yet. And right now we're starting to get overwhelmed by both orange and yellow with the mass air that is happening by the both of them. But we are taking out a lot of units, and this is going to help dark blue get some relief. And now with that carpet bomb drop, we're going to go ahead and start retreating, and Desi is retreating as well. So all in all, we have been able to recover a little bit of our army. We're going to try and take an engagement here to fight some of these Sentinels and continue to weaken this army little by little, while providing cover fire for the Decimus to be able to retreat. And so far it's working out pretty well, because they're trying to commit really hard to go after the Decimus, but they were losing a bunch of Sentinels because of that. And they're losing a bunch of Hornets as well, so not really the best engagement by them, and we're going to be able to at least stop Red's expansion base. Now we need to start falling back, because Orange is actually starting to pressure our Jerome, which is going to be a problem. we need to be able to go ahead and back them up. They don't have a second base established just yet. And we are actually upgrading our second base to get those 2 additional building slots. But right now it's not looking good. Sentinel Swarm comes in as well. We're going to have reinforcements coming in from our army soon enough if they can get there. But honestly, Dark Blue has pretty much lost everything on this side. All the Mastodons and the infantry in there, it is all gone unfortunately, as well as the mini base. So for now, my army's actually taking its sweet time for whatever reason getting over here. And now we have to try and find a way to go ahead and push this air back if possible. We do have some units, but once again, our anti-air is just out of position right now, which is not what you want to see. And this second base is going to start getting targeted down. We do have a Kodiak set up, which is nice, but they're targeting down this base pretty well, and it looks like they are going to be able to get it, and they have. But we are going to at least continue to follow this air and apply some pressure to at least try and get rid of some of the Wolverines that are here. And when I mean by Wolverines, I mean enemy Hornets with our Wolverines. And they did some good splitting, so we weren't able to get rid of as many units as we would like. But some of the Hornets actually got repositioned, and here we go. Orange is thinking about trying to do a play here to stop us from capturing the node. So we're just going to go ahead and just keep trying to dance around. Great dodge on the carpet bomb, which is what you want to see. We are starting to get rid of a good amount of Hornets, but it is kind of coming at a cost. Inferno upgrade has been taken for our leader point, and we're going to keep our production for the Wolverines. And we're also going to go ahead and get some more Jackrabbits. And we're going to start working on our Kissano as well, since we now have Inferno, so we can start doing some building damage. But now's our time to go ahead and try and push yellow to see if we have an opportunity over here to do some building damage. And here we go. We're going to start working on yellow, but here we go. There's already a bunch of siege showing up by yellow, and that's our cue to go ahead and fall back. There's a bunch of siege turrets, which will go ahead and spawn in some Sentinels. And red is starting to look like they're getting ready to attack the right-hand side. And surprisingly, we still have not gotten the node on our own side of the base. And with orange trying to posture on that left-hand side, it's going to make things a little bit more difficult. So I've decided to go ahead and move over there to provide some relief for dark blue. And now it's going to be a dark and back and forth battle in order to stop these Hornets from getting out of control over here. And so we're going to keep on trying to go back and forth here to provide some damage. But they have way more Hornets than we do with Wolverines, and that's not really a good sign. Even with Kissano's ability to provide some extra defense for units that we take out, it's still going to be a little bit of a problem. So we need to be able to keep going back and forth with this fight so we can make sure that we can get the engagement that we want. Enduring Salvo does come down, which does provide a little bit of damage for the Hornets. And right now the Hornets, they're trying to provide additional reinforcements, but since the reinforcements are getting staggered a little bit, this is going to allow the Wolverines to go ahead and continue to pick off some additional Hornets, which is looking good. We picked off 4 of them. Now we have to start retreating just a little bit because the Hornets are coming back, but we do have the speed boost from Kissano, which is very nice to see. And we started dwindling down the massive amount of air that orange has, which is nice to see. And we are at vehicle level 2, and Kissano's defense boost is really working out as well, but now they have anti-vehicle turrets, and this is not going to be the best fight. So we're going to go ahead and start retreating, because now green, our Desi Banshee, is actually in a very tough engagement on that side, so that's going to be my cue. But we do have our leader, and we're going to see if we can have some opportunities over here to distract with an Inferno. And with our leader already here, we're going to use the Y move also to try and do some building damage while we shift our army over to see if we can stop red from doing some good damage on that side while keeping production up for our vehicles. And so here we go. Vortex Lightning is coming in. We do have some Banshees that are set up. Bunch of Sentinels are here as well. But we do have anti-air, and we do have the army comp that can honestly take this engagement over here. Most of the hunters are taken out of, which would be my counter. And even though the Desi does counter some of the air over here, our Wolverines are actually going to do a magnificent job on this side, clearing out the remainder of the air that's from yellow over here. Second base is going to go ahead and be established. And now we're going to just focus down on the infantry down there. Green can easily win this fight with this Desi air. And so we're going to start focusing down on red's second base. And while that's happening, we're going to be ready for that Spartan. If it chooses to come behind, it's not like we can fight that with what we have, because we have so many Wolverines more than anything. But With what we have over here, we're going to at least get rid of red, and he ends up disconnecting because of that. So thank you for watching, and until the next commentary video, have a good one.